discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Welcome to Phil's Gang Show. My name is Phil Grandy. We got a special show for you today. I recently caught up with New York Times best-selling author Peter Schweizer, and we talked about many topics, including Clinton's uranium one deal, Joe Biden's backdoor deal with foreign nations, where he gave his son a big boost. And we started to talk about food stamps fraud and a lot of great conversations I want to share with you. So please enjoy this interview. Peter, it's a fascinating book. I know that the book I've got here is The Secret Empires, but today I'd like to talk about a couple of things. One, you've got something going with food stamps. Why don't we start with that, and then we'll get into some of the other stuff I'm really interested in.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they think about food stamp fraud, they think about, an individual who's, buying lobster or something with their EBT card, and I understand, the frustration that goes with that. But as we point out in the report issued by the Government Accountability Institute, the organization I head up, what's happened with food stamp fraud is it's become this massive business where you have these vendors who are allowed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture to take EBT cards, and they run massive amounts of illicit, transactions through them. And that money ends up, in some cases, going to terrorist groups in places like Africa and the Middle East. You have criminal gangs like MS-13 that are getting involved in this. And the problem is the federal government is not vetting people who end up becoming EBT vendors. And so you have, for example, an individual in Alabama who was caught engaging in fraud, went to jail for 3 years. He got out, and what did he do? He became an EBT vendor again and engaged in the same kind of behavior. So very simple things like running criminal background checks are not being done, and it's costing taxpayers billions of dollars a year. And basically, people are given sort of a credit card-like device, and money is deposited into an account, but the money's fungible, so it ends up going all sorts of places, and you have fraud officers that say the money's even ending up overseas, and we can't track it.
In my town here, they'll take those cards and they get cash.
That's
they
right.
The cards, and then the guy will give them a certain amount of cash, and the rest goes in their pocket. It's a big business here in Sarasota.
It's a huge business, and anybody can go on Twitter. Just go on Twitter and search under hashtag EBT, and you'll see transactions occurring on Twitter where somebody says, I've got an EBT card with $200 on it, I'll take $100 cash for it. Well, that's become a big systematic business, and criminal gangs like MS-13, the violent street gang that President Trump and others have talked about, it's a huge business for them. They are buying thousands upon thousands of these cards, and they're using them basically to launder money.
So what are they doing? Is anybody on top of this, or what's the deal? How do you stop this?
Well, you stop it by doing sort of enforcement that I think a lot of people assume are taking place. You do criminal background checks on EBT vendors. You have a ID. You have a photo ID on the EBT card. I mean, think about this for a second. I qualify, let's say, for food stamps. I get an EBT card, Peter Schweizer. If I can sell it to somebody for 50 cents on the dollar, get cash, and spend that money on what I want, if you had photo IDs on these EBT cards, you would really limit the ability to do that. If you required EBT vendors to actually look at the person who is trying to buy something with an EBT card, and they're actually checking to see if the person that is using the card is entitled to the card, that would be enormously helpful. And yet there's this huge resistance from bureaucrats in Washington because they say, the EBT cards create this stigma, and we don't want to call it out. My point is the system is filled with fraud, and this is one of the ways, and there are others in which we can try to deal with it.
Who's pushing to get the card? I mean, they get the photos on us. Democrats aren't, right?
No, it's you've got governors that are trying to push for these reforms. The federal government is resisting it. The food stamp program occurs under the U.S. Department of Agriculture. They're the ones in charge of the program. But you've got in the state of Florida, for example, Governor Rick Scott has pushed for several initiatives. The office here in Florida that enforces that deals with welfare fraud has aggressively been pushing these cases. But they don't have a lot of personnel. We have all these people that are receiving EBT payments, and they get, in some cases, tens of thousands of reports of EBT fraud occurring. They simply don't have the people to investigate them, and that's something that I think we ought to look at, is bringing on more investigators and really aggressively going after people that are misusing these cards and using them in an illicit way.
So how big is this business, money-wise?
It's hard to know. We don't know what we don't know, but it is, estimated that in the program, there are billions of dollars a year that are pretty much known to be, fraudulently obtained. Some of that is EBT money going to illegal immigrants that are not entitled to EBT benefits, but there are ways around that. So these are problems that can be addressed. This is fraud that can be prevented. It's just there's resistance by bureaucrats and by advocacy groups to actually make these changes.
Yeah, what's Trump's position on it, administration?
I think, President Trump in the White House has been, supportive of welfare reform, which I think is good. But I think part of the problem is the inertia. There's only so many things a president can do, a White House can do.
Yeah.
Things get bumped to the Department of Agriculture. You got the Food and Nutrition Service, FNS, within the U.S. Department of Agriculture that runs this program. So it's really something that I think, frankly, you want, Mr. Perdue, the Agriculture Secretary, to embrace and push, and so far he hasn't been doing that.
Okay, let's talk about what I'm fascinated with is Joe Biden and the deal he and his son and Carrie's stepson. I didn't know this kind of stuff was going on. I looked at Joe Biden as kind of just a dope, good guy, nice guy to have a beer with. But obviously he's a pretty sharp guy. It seems like he's putting deals together. And what I don't get is this, like the uranium deal, right? And I always ask her, you telling me that Obama didn't get part of that deal? He's got to sign off on it? I mean, so Eric Holder has to sign off. Obama signs off. And you mean tell me they just say, okay, we'll sign off for you, and they don't get a piece of the action? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, I mean, it's, look, it's hard to know. As I always say when you're dealing with these issues, you don't know what you don't know. What we do know is that the Uranium One deal was something that the Russian government desperately wanted. There's all sorts of evidence to that effect. And what we also know is that the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation took in from 9 shareholders that were involved in Uranium One $145 million. I mean, that's none of that is in dispute. The Clintons don't dispute that. Their defenders don't dispute that. They say it's either coincidence or they say, it's not connected. But the bottom line is those are the facts. And, the problem with the process of approving these kinds of deals is it's all secret. It falls under this Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, CFIUS, and we don't really know what the conversations are. They wrap it under the mantle of national security, but when you allow somebody like the Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, to have her husband get speaking fee money from people that are want something from this committee, or to give tens of millions of dollars to a family foundation that bears her name, it's a massive conflict of interest.
We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
If you're behind, and you know you're behind in your savings, you know you're behind from retirement, you haven't got enough retirement money, you're getting worried, and nobody helped you today. Did anybody help you today? Were you able to go to your mobile device today and say, what should I do with my stock? Did anybody do a video for you today? Did your planner, did your money manager, did the guy that's running your 401k, did he do a video for you today 3 times during the day, tell you exactly what to do with the stocks we're in? No. Now, when you join the gang, you can decide what you want to participate in. You can have the full schooling where you come to our class on a daily basis. That's done over the internet, of course. Or if you're a person that says, I just want you to make money for me because I don't have time to learn, and I have a program for that. And that's called my video stock program. So when the market goes up, you're going to make money. When the market goes down, you're going to make money.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
It's never too early to plan for the holidays. And this year, why not give the gift of comprehensive stock market investing knowledge with a Phil's Gang gift certificate? That's right. For only $39.95, you could give someone special on your holiday list the gift of the Phil's Gang membership. What a great idea. Giving someone complete access to all of Phil's material, including the daily live webinar class, alerts, Phil's recommendations, plus so much more. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Call 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 stock charts, You have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis in investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show and my special interview with Peter Schweitzer. Holder had to know what was going on here. I mean, to me, to have Holder sign off on this thing is just unbelievable. He had to see what was going on. He had to be part of it. I mean, it's ridiculous to think he's not.
Yeah, and the Department of Justice, of course, oversees the FBI. The FBI was investigating the same Russian company, Rosatom, on bribery and all sorts of other charges at the time that this deal was being approved. So he knew that this was not a good company, and the review process is precisely supposed to deal with issues like, has the company engaged in criminal conduct? And yet the FBI is investigating it at the same time, and he doesn't say a word about it. It's really quite remarkable.
So where's this money go? They get so the Clintons got how much? 140 million, 120 million,
$145 million. Yes.
Where'd that money go? It just goes.
Well, some of it is still sitting in their foundation. They've built up this endowment, and they use the foundation to hire their friends to pay for travel for themselves and for Chelsea. And there's also been reports in the John Podesta emails that were leaked that foundation personnel were used for things like Chelsea's wedding. And some of that $145 million came in the form of speaking fees, so it ended up directly in the Clintons' pockets. Before Hillary signed off on the Uranium One deal, just a month before, Bill Clinton gave a $500,000 speech for a company called Renaissance Capital in Moscow. And that was 3 times his usual speaking fee. The last time he had spoken in Russia, he'd gotten $145,000. Now he's getting $500,000. And Renaissance Capital, that is paying him that amount of money for a 20-minute speech, was invested in and pushing Uranium One as a stock investment. So it's a massive conflict of interest. So the answer to your question, Phil, is some of the money goes into the Clinton Foundation, which they use for their lifestyle and use to sort of perpetuate the political machine. Some of it goes directly into their pocket to spend however they want.
That's what I'm asking. It's like a guy who I had a friend who owned a ski area. And he tremendous amount of cash. He brought me up to his attic one time, and he had garbage bags stuck over the attic. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. He had a big ski area. He says, "But I can't spend it." so it's kind of the same thing. So they get $140 million. I mean, they only can take so many jet rides or so many weddings. I mean, what the hell do you do with the money?
Well,
you
can't
invest it in a company or something, can you?
Yeah, well, I think, look, it depends on individuals, and people will ask me sometimes when, you look at a case like a guy who's worth $100 million who gets charged with insider trading on the stock market, and they're like, why does he do that? He's got $100 million. People do strange things for money, and I think it's pretty clear if you look at the Clintons' history, they've always desired to be sort of big money players. They've always desired to kind of have that lifestyle. They have these friends in Hollywood, they have friends in finance, and they want to kind of see themselves as financial equals. There's just no question about that. So I think they've decided that this is, leaving the presidency, one of the defining factors for them was building up this political network, the Clinton Global Initiative, the Clinton Foundation, to set the stage for Hillary to run for president. And part of that was, we're going to cash in. And so Bill, you know, the family has made more than $300 million since Bill Clinton left the White House. And that wasn't a company he started. That wasn't, you know, a shrewd investment that he made. It was him collecting money as a speaker and basically being a fixer for people. And they've wanted that money, and I think their appetite for it continues.
So that's amazing. I mean, it's almost that's incredible. What a scam! I mean, what a genius! Yeah. I mean, they contribute nothing. I mean, right. I know what I have to do and what you have to do to make a living, and we at least try to contribute something to society. I mean, these guys. I mean, what an amazing thing. I mean, they get all this money. They don't put it into company. Maybe they do. They put it in shelter. But someone's got to be following that money, though, I would think, looking over their shoulders every day.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's very hard to track that money. But, I mean, just to give you an idea what you were saying about, you know, what they do for the money, let me just give you one sort of example of how it works. You know, Bill Clinton leaves the White House in 2001. And he hits the lecture circuit, and his speaking fees, you know, he's getting paid in some cases $125,000 for a speech, $150,000, huge amounts of money. So he's bumping along from 2001 when he leaves the White House up until 2009 when his wife becomes Secretary of State. This is 8 years after he leaves the White House. His speaking fees triple overnight. Now, he's not 3 times more articulate. Yeah. Phil, he doesn't have 3 times the stories to tell. He's telling the same stories he's always told. My point is, people know that when they're paying him for a speaking fee, they are paying for access to his wife, who is the Secretary of State.
So, all right, so tell me about this deal with Biden and his son. In Russia and China, and they're the same ones that they were involved with Kerry in this deal, his son or stepson?
Yes. So,
God, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah. So Joe Biden, Vice President of the United States, realizes that he has to disclose his finances and his wife's finances while he's vice president, but he does not have to disclose the finances of his adult children, including his son Hunter Biden. Remember, Joe Biden had 2 sons, Beau Biden, who tragically died of brain cancer, and the other son, who is Hunter Biden. This is the one we're talking about in this case. And so when Joe Biden becomes vice president, Hunter Biden starts a investment firm called Rosemont Seneca Partners, and half of that firm is owned by Chris Hines, who is the son of John Kerry, the Secretary of State, or who becomes the Secretary of State. And what you need to know is they start a finance business. Hunter Biden runs it, but Hunter Biden does not have background in private finance. I mean, this is just, he was a lobbyist up until this point.
We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Call 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
I will make sure that all the stocks that we are engaged in that are going up, we will get maximum returns, and we will be out of those stocks by watching our color-coded chart. You never again will have to worry about being out of an individual stock or an ETF or an index when the market crashes. You will be out before it does happen. All you got to do is join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. All I'm asking you to do is to reach back to the kids at St. Jude when you're making money.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
philsgang.com. What are people saying?
Back about 2005, I found myself out of work. One of the things I was doing was KCA was playing Phil's Gang at noon, and he was predicting in 2005 a collapse of the housing market. Phil's Gang feller, he was on it, and nobody else was predicting what he predicted, but he was on the money. He was talking in 2005. He was talking about how people had the teaser rates with their mortgages and that the whole thing was going to collapse. And he knew what time it was. You got to respect that.
philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show and my special interview with Peter Schweitzer.
So this is a totally new gig for him. Well, move forward to December of 2013 when Joe Biden is flying to Beijing, China as vice president. He's aboard Air Force Two. On the plane with him is his son, Hunter Biden. Now, we know over the next 3 days that Joe Biden meets with all these Chinese officials, and he kind of gets criticized for rolling over, not challenging them on all the issues, trade and military affairs. He doesn't really challenge the Chinese on any of it during those 3 days. we don't really know what Hunter Biden was doing because very little of it was reported on. But here's what we know. 10 days when they come back, his small firm, Rosemont Seneca Partners, signs a $1.5 billion, that's with a B, billion-dollar private equity deal with the Chinese government, not with a Chinese company, not with an American company in China, with the Chinese government. And the job is to take that Chinese government money and invest it for them. Now, as I've said, Hunter Biden has no background in private equity. He has no background in China. There's no evidence that he has any experience doing anything in China. So it's a massive payoff. That's the only way to see this. And it's the first of a series of deals that this small company, Rosemont Seneca Partners, gets with the Chinese government. And it's a pure play by the Chinese to basically buy good favor from the Obama administration, from the Vice President, Joe Biden. And I think if you look at the record of what Joe Biden does from that point on, they got a pretty good deal because Joe Biden is pretty soft on China after that deal goes through.
So the son... Hunter, and the other son. What's the other son's name? Is
Bo. Oh, you mean the John Kerry's son?
John Kerry's son.
Yeah, that'd be Chris Hines.
Chris Hines. So Chris Hines, he doesn't have experience either, right?
He has some, but he's a passive investor. He's not actually managing this company. He owns half of it. And Rosemont, the word Rosemont in the name is actually the name of the Kerry Hines estate, but he's not involved in the day-to-day activities. It's Hunter Biden that's running it, and he's the one that's ostensibly making these investment decisions.
Jeez, so how the hell they get away with that? I mean, God, I'd be in jail. I mean, you take the government's plane, you fly over your dad, you got a contact, you roll back with $1 billion and to invest. Are you kidding? That's like winning the lottery. I mean, it's like, you got to be kidding.
Yeah, no, it's, and here's the thing. In China, they have this phrase. They talk about the kids of Chinese Communist Party officials that do deals. If you're J.P. Morgan and you want to do a deal in China, you got to sign up the kid as a consultant, and they call them princelings. That's the term they use, princelings. Well, the Chinese basically, I think, looked at the Obama administration and look at Washington, D.C. and say, hey, let's do the same thing there. Let's get favorable treatment. And by the way, they are attempting to do that with Trump's kids, recognizing that, everybody is looking for an opportunity to make some extra money, and they are trying to get the Trump kids to take lucrative deals because they are desperately trying to get Trump to soften his position on trade and everything else. Now, there's no evidence at this point that any of them have taken those deals, but there's no question that is the Chinese strategy.
But I can't believe they would, because they're first of all, nobody I don't say nobody, you did, but I'm talking about the media as a whole never reported on this deal with China and the Hines kid and all that. But boy, can you imagine if let's say this involved one of Trump's kids? I mean, the press would have to be all over it.
Yes, I think you're exactly right, and this is part of the problem right now is that we're not getting consistent reporting. I think there should be reporting on Trump, and I think it's like everything else. There's some good reporting, there's some really bad reporting, but the problem is there's not a consistency. The scrutiny that Trump is being put under, which I think is good, is not the scrutiny that you saw in the Obama administration, and that's the problem. The solution is not less coverage of Trump. It should be more coverage of Obama and Biden and Pelosi and whoever else is out there. And I think that's what the American people want. And one of the reasons that the media is in so lack of esteem for the media is that people see this inconsistency. It's glaring and it's obvious.
So Obama, I've got to believe that he wants to be a big player. You can just see it in his eyes that he's like, I want to be the big guy in the block, his ego. So who's he ripping off or making deals with, or is he involved with this kind of stuff? You got a book deal for $60 million. Are you kidding?
As I reported in the Secret Empires book, I mean, the Obama administration, Barack Obama made his very, very close friends very, very wealthy through something I called smash and grab. Obama has a best friend that very few people know, have ever heard his name, a guy named Marty Nesbitt, who Obama says is his best friend. And what Barack Obama did as president was smash companies or industries and help his friend become very wealthy. So, for example, Obama went after for-profit colleges. He went after something called the University of Phoenix. People have probably seen it advertised. Mm-hmm. And Obama said, we are going to stop allowing GI Bill dollars that our soldiers and Marines use for educational purposes. We're not going to allow that money to be used at the University of Phoenix. And you can imagine what happened to this for-profit college's stock price. It went from $100 a share down to less than $10 a share.
Oh, I remember that.
At this point, yeah, and then at this point, what happens is Barack Obama's best friend, Marty Nesbitt, steps in and says, you know what, I think I'm going to buy that company. So Marty Nesbitt comes in and buys the University of Phoenix. And then, Phil, guess what happens? The Obama administration decides, you know what, we've changed our mind. We think we are now going to allow GI Bill dollars to go to the University of Phoenix. So you're smashing and you're grabbing. And you find, I highlighted in Secret Empires over and over again, with coal company stocks.
I remember that.
With payday lenders, same thing. Obama comes in, he smashes, drives down the valuations. His friends buy them for pennies on the dollar, and then they all get rich as it rises back to the top.
That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, it's scary is what it is. The power these people have. No accountability. I mean, it's just, I'm jealous. I'm not mad. I know, you got to be kidding me.
It's a circle.
Oh, my God.
And, you know, I think we're going to see Barack Obama get into private equity soon. He's talked about wanting to do that. I think that's going to be the next phase in this. You know, this is the problem is that too many people that go into politics feel like they are entitled to also get wealthy. They convince themselves that they've been some great service to the country, and now it's time for them to cash in. And the results, of course, for the rest of us are just disastrous.
Do you think that Clinton's going to run again?
I think it's going to be very hard for her to run again for a variety of reasons. I think you're seeing a generational change in the Democratic Party. I mean, she's a baby boomer. You've got people like Kamala Harris and others that are coming along. You know, Bernie Sanders obviously is the same generation as Hillary, but he's kind of different. So I think her constituency is gone. I think if she runs, I think she's going to run into a lot of headwinds, and I think it's going to be disastrous. I do think there's a good chance that Joe Biden is going to run. I think he feels that
really?
Yes, that he needs to carry the
mantle. He's got the money. We know that.
You know,
got plenty of money to win.
Exactly. But you know, he's also, I mean, look, he's going to be, I think, 76. So he's not, you know, it's older. I mean, he's older than Trump is, but I think he's going to run. And I think what you're going to see on the Democrat side is a free for all. You're probably going to see 15 candidates in there, and it is going to be a scrum, to say the least.
So, well, this has been fun. I really appreciate what you're doing, Peter. This is great. I love talking to you. It's really fun.
Thanks, Phil. This has been, I've enjoyed it.
Let's do it again.
We will.
You just scratch your head. I mean, these guys are sitting there. They're representing us. Yeah, sure. Those three guys couldn't wait to get out of that meeting. Talk about the kind of what deal they got next. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. We'll get you on the air again. I love doing it.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
It's never too early to plan for the holidays. And this year, why not give the gift of comprehensive stock market investing knowledge with a Phil's Gang gift certificate? That's right. For only $39.95, you could give someone special on your holiday list the gift of the Phil's Gang membership. What a great idea. Giving someone complete access to all of Phil's material, including the daily live webinar class, alerts, Phil's recommendations, plus so much more. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. You're listening to the best of Phil's Gang. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, $39.95. Try it for 1 month. Follow me with my MV color-coded technology chart. You don't have to do a thing. I give you an alert when to buy, when to add to your position, when to sell, when to run like hell. Just try it, $39.95. You're going to do much better than you ever could do with your 401k. Now, example, we have, I gave you today in my stock corner, a report on a couple of the stocks that we've done very well with. TJX, we shorted it. We got a 9% return on it. Target, we shorted it. We got a 13%. See, they'll never short stocks for you in your 401k. They're not allowed to. You just got to sit there and take a pounding and take a pounding. And that's what people have been doing, taking poundings in their 401k every time a market has a big correction. Now, here's a couple stocks that we're working on. I want to invite you to participate with me. 877-600-GANG, they're waiting for your call. It's $39.95. Just try it for 1 month. And if you make money, please donate some of that money to St. Jude. It's up to you how much. Texas Instrument is setting up beautifully. Texas Instrument setting up beautifully. Wells Fargo Bank is another one that's setting up beautifully. I mean, and we had another one, Caterpillar. Caterpillar couldn't be setting up any better. Any better. But if you just take one of these and follow me, it doesn't matter which one. I will every day. I'll start tomorrow working on Texas Instruments, Wells Fargo, UPS, and Harley-Davidson. There's 4 of them. Okay. So they're on sale. Texas Instrument is down 32%. Texas Instrument going out of business. down 32%. And I have it on my chart right here because we're watching like a hawk. And I will instruct, this setting up perfect. So if you become a gang member tonight, and then tomorrow I'll give an instruction on Texas Instrument when to buy it. And then when we buy it, we're going to tell you, look, we're going to put in a stop. So the most you can lose is 2 to 3% to gain 10% or more. Lose 2 to 3% to gain 10% or more. And it's totally controlled. You haven't got to do a thing. You haven't got to think. The alerts are right there in front of you. We have a team, your coaches. If you get confused, you don't know quite what to do, you just call or email one of our coaches. That's all. Go to our support. It works. We got to raise money for St. Jude. The way we raise money for St. Jude, I've been doing this for 20 years, is reaching out to you and you reach back. It works. So let's think about it. You want to buy stocks that are on sale. Texas Instruments down 32%, and you don't want to try for 1 month. Just 1 month. Invest in yourself $39.95. Try for 1 month. My color-coded chart that always tells you when to get in and when to get out. And that's the most important thing. You will not get that from your 401k. Wells Fargo, another great setup. Wells Fargo, beautiful setup. Setting up perfectly right now. Perfectly. So that's another one. When I tell you to buy, you buy. Then I'm going to tell you, okay, put your stop in. If you don't know how to do that, we'll do it for you. We'll show you how to do it. We'll show you how to do it. Then we'll tell you, okay, add on some more shares, or don't add on shares. Hey, or we made some profit, run like hell. This is what you need. Look, Congress, I don't care if they're they said, let's get rid of the Republicans, let's put the Democrats in, let's put the socialists in. You think the Democrats are going to help you anymore? You got to help yourself. We had 4% GDP quarters, and none of that money trickled down to the hard-working man on the street. They didn't get anything out, just like they didn't get their $4,000 every family. Remember, every household was promised $4,000. That didn't happen. Thank you, Larry Kudlow. And these 4% GDP quarters, you think you got some of it? You got nothing. You got nothing. Your wages are stagnant. In fact, your wages are worse than stagnant. They were higher 40 years ago, adjusted for inflation. Congress, your Democrats, as well as your Republicans, they're both no good. They refuse to raise the minimum wage, which has been stuck at $7.25. Congress repealed a rule that increased the number of workers entitled to overtime. These are your Democrats and your Republicans. Why? Because they're owned by the 1 percentile. They're owned by the people who own the monopolies, who own the companies, who their biggest cost is labor. And the more wealthy they get from a stock market where there's quantitative easing, where there's stock buybacks, where it's artificially pumped up, they become enormously wealthy, and they control Congress and they control the legislation. They control the legislation, the company CEOs, to make sure minimum wage was not hiked. Unbelievable. But can you imagine? They even made sure that you would not get overtime. They made sure that they screwed you with that too. Then what do they turn around? We all know that the prescription drugs, healthcare is killing people. When they bring their home check, and most people their check home, and most people are working paycheck for paycheck, they know that. Congress knows that, but they're owned. They're owned by the 1%. Worse, they're owned by the 1/100%. And what did they do? They make a deal with the big pharmaceutical companies like CVS. They let them merge so they could raise their prices even more on the drugs most used by seniors. Thank you, George Bush. That goes all the way back to George Baby Bush. Look, Senior Bush, I love the guy. I think he's terrific. But let's not make him a saint. Come on. Come on. Remember, this guy was involved with a lot of the money that was involved with selling weapons overseas legally to the military. He's involved with Blackstone. He's a very big investor in Blackstone, and he's invested in about 129 companies, and a lot of it, Blackstone is one of the biggest gun runners in the world. Look, great guy, I understand that. But let's deal with reality here. Trump is the only one, okay, who's trying to get something done. But he's got dopes around him like Larry Kudlow, who only care about Wall Street. He listens to them. But I just can't believe people will sit there with their 401k and think they're going to be okay. How are you going to be okay with your 401k? It's impossible to be okay. The fees alone will kill you. The economy since 2008, it's never had a recovery. It's been propped up, I keep telling you that, through continuous injections of printing of this money or borrowed money. They put rates so low. That's called QE. What is QE? It's a confidence game. It's to build confidence in you. You don't get anything out of it, but you see the stock market going, oh, I must be okay. I'm going to keep spending more than my income. They tell me that's okay. And these stock buybacks is going to blow up this whole stock market. It's going to be worse than 1929 because they're a tool used to inflate earnings and stock prices. It's nothing but accounting trickery where the CEO, he gets enriched. The largest shareholder, like Buffett, he gets enriched. While wages, since 2006, adjusted for inflation, have dropped 15%. While personal debt has gone up 35%. What are you, nuts? Look, 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. We got Texas Instrument that is on sale, dropped 9%. 9%. Why don't you just follow me with Texas Instrument? Here, follow me with UPS. How about Harley Davidson? Why don't you do Texas Instrument and do Harley Davidson? 18% discount on Harley Davidson. I mean, 877-600-GANG, this is what you have to do. And then you're going to learn the best place to put your money long term. Join my gang. Stay with the MV2 color-coded chart and just stay with spiders. The spiders, 500 best companies in the world. And when it's green, you buy. When it's red, you sell short. That's simple. Just try it for a month. It works. You can't trust Congress. You can't trust Wall Street. These cockroaches on Wall Street. Are you nuts? Join my gang. Become a member. Join all the members we have in this country and outside this country. Try it. 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. All I ask, you reach back to St. Jude's, please.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.